There is a lot that I want to say on here, and I don't know how to describe it. When it first happened, I wanted to make a video immediately. I wanted to discuss it immediately because everyone else was doing it, and it had just recently happened, and I felt like it was the proper thing to do so. But at that time, I was full of pain, not physical pain, more of a metaphorical pain. I was sick to my stomach upon hearing the news, and even more so when I actually did see the video of him unfortunately getting shot. It was terrifying and horrible, to say the least. So I made a small post on Instagram, and I went and I tried to go to sleep, but I couldn't. I stayed up till almost 4 a.m. I'm devastated to hear the news. The next day, I said to myself, okay, this is the day I make a video. It was 24 hours. I should probably do something about it. And I didn't, because at that point, I was full of rage. I was full of anger. And I was just beyond enraged to hear about it. And I feared that if I came on here full of anger, full of rage, then I would say something that I would regret saying, and I didn't want to do that. I was thinking to write a script to figure out what to say, but I didn't want to do that because all respect to people who do have to write scripts, I find that for me, I don't think I should be writing stuff down to speak what's on my mind. I should be able to think what I want to say and just say it like I'm just talking to someone. Because even though right here I'm in my room talking to no one, I know when this video gets released, I'll be talking to all of you. I will be talking to the internet. I will be talking to millions, if not billions of people. Hopefully, many will see this video and will see this. So another day goes by. I said to myself, okay, this is the day I finally make a video. And then I turn on my computer, I get everything set up. I'm like, okay, I got the hat on, I organized some stuff. I have everything planned out. I know what I'm gonna say. And for some reason, I can't bring myself to hit record. I can't, because I again feared I again feared that if I hit record and if I said something, then I would break down into tears and I would just start crying. And I didn't want to do that on camera, not in front of people, not like that. So I just quietly turned off my computer, and I finally managed to get a little bit of sleep. And now it is Saturday. I believe it is almost 3:30 p.m., or I think even past that. Where it has been, I believe, 3 days since September 10th, or maybe longer. And I figured now is the time I get on here. Now is the time I step up. Now is the time I make a response to this. So first, let me start off by saying I was, as I said in the beginning, I was devastated to hear the news that Charlie had been shot. When I first saw it on Facebook, at first I thought it was just some scam. It was just some joke that was tossed around, because people have tossed about the deaths of people many, many times, and it's not a laughing matter. But when I first see that kind of stuff, I just play it off as going, oh, it's just someone being funny. It's just someone making a joke. It's just someone trying to be humorous. And then when I head over to the internet and I look up Charlie Kirk's name, I'm like, is he really gone? Like, there's no way. And then I see Charlie Kirk shot in Utah, Charlie Kirk dead at age 31, Charlie Kirk dead. It just, I sat back and I was just, I couldn't form words upon hearing the news. And then of course the video came out of Charlie getting shot, and I had the unfortunate unfortunately, that video came across my feed, and I sadly saw that video, and I wish I never had seen that video because it is traumatizing, to say the least. It is without doubt one of the most traumatizing things I have ever seen in my entire life. Probably the most traumatizing thing, because we've all seen movies, we've all seen TV shows of people getting shot, people in critical condition, or people dying. But to actually see that stuff in real life, it's not fun. It's not interesting to look at. It's not funny to look at. It's terrifying. It's horrible. It's... I don't know what to make of it. I can't even describe the video because it is that grotesque and it is that sickening to watch. And I threw up watching that video. Now, what can I say about Charlie Kirk? I unfortunately never got the chance to meet Charlie or attend one of his events. I in fact signed up to Turning Point USA to do volunteer work on the hopes that Charlie could one day return to Pennsylvania and I'd finally get the chance to speak to him. Maybe even bring people that I care about, people like family who would maybe want to have a chance to talk to him. Because I've wanted to talk to Charlie. I've wanted to, and I never got that chance, and that pisses me off. That I don't get that chance anymore. It's gone. It's out the window. Done. Gone. I'm never going to get a chance to meet him. I'm never going to get a chance to speak to him. Never. And that's terrible. Because Charlie Kirk was more than just another conservative content creator that we've seen all across social media. He was more than just some individual who created a whole movement centered around the young male, the male youth of this country. Charlie was a man of faith. Charlie was a husband. He was a father. He was an ally, and he was a friend to many people. When so many conservatives had given up talking to the left, saying there's no hope. There's no hope. Like, there's nothing we can do. These people don't want to listen. They don't want to have a dialogue. All they want to do is just scream, argue, and just commit violence. Charlie was one of the very few people to step forward going, hold on. We can't jump to conclusions like that. We can't. Let me start this thing. It's called Turning Point USA. Let's have a conversation. Let's be civil. Let's not resort to violence. And let's not resort to screaming at each other. Let's not resort to arguments, because that's not going to solve the problem. If anything, that's just going to make the problem worse. So Charlie, he created this movement, and they fucking killed him for it. They killed him. Now, I am more than well aware of why people hated Charlie Kirk. He was a man of a lot, and I mean a lot, of controversy. He has said many controversial things about abortion, about women, about race, about important things in American history, such as the Civil Rights Act. He has said some controversial things about the issue between Israel and Gaza. And I want to clarify this. Just because I understand why people hate Charlie Kirk does not mean I agree with it. It doesn't. You can look it up. I understand why people are celebrating it, why people are celebrating Charlie's death. But do I support it? Absolutely fucking not. It is absolutely disgusting to see people cheering over a fact that Erica has now become a widow, that Charlie's children no longer have a father. I find it sickening to see that there are people celebrating it. And for anyone who wants to respond with, oh, he didn't support Gaza, or he's not a supporter of Palestine, I'm going to say this to you. If you believe that responding to what you think is violence with more violence, it does not solve the problem. There's an old saying, 2 wrongs don't make a right. So even if, and I mean if Charlie really was someone who stood by violence, who really preached hatred, preaching hatred in return does not resolve the conflict. It never resolves the conflict. Responding to violence with violence solves fucking nothing. Nothing. It doesn't do a damn thing, and that is the goddamn truth. And if you don't want to accept that, then that's on you. I said to myself I didn't want to yell on camera, and I'm trying really hard not to because I am still pissed off and I'm angry over the fact that this was simply, if you look at this from a realistic, and I'm not saying some biased or radicalist perspective, if you're looking at this from a realistic standpoint, point of view, Charlie did nothing wrong. He never hurt it. He never hurt anyone. Charlie was someone who just spoke. He wasn't a politician. He wasn't someone who was elected into power. He wasn't someone who committed any illegal acts, not that we know of. Charlie, all he did was speak. That's all he did. He spoke. He spoke to conservatives. He spoke to liberals. He spoke to moderates. Charlie opened his mic for everyone. He gave everyone a chance to speak, to tell their side of things, to give off their perspective. And Charlie gave off his. And he wanted there to be civil agreement to disagreement. And because of that, they killed him. They killed him because of that. A lot of people have guessed or theorized how Trump really did win the November 5th election. Obviously, there's the whole group of far-right people, and how ironic for me to say with what I'm wearing, saying that Trump was already the perfect candidate, that he already was going to win regardless. There's, of course, the left-wing people who have their theories saying that he stole it. And then, of course, there are people like me who say it was because of the people Trump surrounded himself with, the people that Trump allowed to help run his campaign, helped win him the election. People like Tulsi Gabbard and Brett Cooper and so many other women helped win the female vote. It was RFK who helped win the independent vote. But in terms of winning the young male vote, basically young men such as myself, it was Charlie Kirk who helped win the young male vote. It was Charlie and Charlie alone. He carried the young male vote for this election. It was because of that vote that Trump not only won the majority vote for the younger generation, but it helped him win the popular vote on top of the Electoral College. And that was because of Charlie. And now he's gone. And it's not fair. It's not fair to his wife. It's not fair to his children. It's not fair to his friends, his colleagues, and it's not fair to his fans either. I know even if I release this video, people are probably going to be in my comment section and they're going to just talk about all the stupid shit that they claimed Charlie did without even knowing the full story, and they're just going to continue celebrating. My response to you is this. If you truly are celebrating and cheering over the fact that Charlie is dead, then you're only proving that Charlie did his job. And he did it fucking well. Because true enemies who despise their opponents fear them when they are around and cheer when they are finally gone. So, every single person that cheers and celebrates for Charlie Kirk's death only proves our point that Charlie did his job. And he did it really good. And because of that, millions, if not tens of millions of people are joining Turning Point USA, are saying that they are through with the Democratic Party, who are fully committed to continue the American comeback tour. If the left thinks that killing Charlie Kirk was going to silence people, they're wrong. As I said earlier, I wanted to meet Charlie so badly because I'm not trying to be cringe or be dumb or sound cheesy, but Charlie was a man I had a great deal of respect for. A few years ago, I struggled a lot with depression. And not to try and turn myself into the victim here, but back in 2022, or I believe late 2021, I can't really remember, or nor do I really want to remember it, I attempted to, commit suicide. And I was in the hospital for, I believe it was about maybe a day or two. I was put on antidepressants, and they just put me on suicide's watch, therapy, and that was it. And that didn't help. Now, obviously, a lot of things helped me bring my spirits back up. Obviously, my love for pop culture and everything about it helped bring my spirits up. But when the woke mob decided to attack people like myself again, I didn't know how to respond to it. And I feared that if I let them get to me, that I would attempt to try and kill myself again, and this time I would unfortunately succeed. And then I discovered Charlie. I discovered his videos, I discovered his channel, I discovered his company, I discovered his movement. And the way he was able to just so casually and calmly talk to people, talk to the woke mob, talk to the left, I was blown away by it because I have seen many conservatives debate liberals, and it always ended in a screaming match between the two. Charlie, to my knowledge, I don't think I believe one time, but other than that, I've never once seen Charlie get enraged. I've never seen him get angry or crash out. I've never seen him do that. I wish I wish I could word this stuff better, but I can't because I'm not good at this stuff. I'm not good at giving speeches. I'm not good at being emotional. I'm not good at mourning people. I'm not good at losing people that I have respect for, people that I care about, people that I love. Because it's hard. It sucks. Losing people that you care about is terrible. It's awful. But I know that Charlie is with God. And I know he's looking down on us, proud at everything he's accomplished, proud of his proud of his friends, of his wife, of his kids, and the millions of fans he has. So Charlie, if wherever you are, if you do see this, God bless you. God loves you. Rest in peace. I miss you, my friend.